So on April 3rd, our kids came home from school. They busted in the front door, and Kenna, she was 8 at the time, she's 9 now, she was crying, and Landon looked he was like his head down, like he was in trouble, and she's telling us that the bus driver slapped him. And you know, he didn't want her to say anything because he thought he was in trouble since he got in trouble on the bus. And she was just so upset, crying that she didn't help him or protect him. So I called the school and talked to the principal. He was in the office and he said he would investigate. So that was the very first day of what happened. When we talked to the kids a little bit more, they said that the reason why it happened was that Landon and Kenna were sitting next to each other on the bus, and there was a kid throwing paper over the seat at them and making fun of Landon because he does gymnastics, or he did gymnastics, he doesn't anymore. And he had gotten tired of it, and he reached around the seat and grabbed the kid's shoulder. And right at that moment, the bus driver had gotten up out of her seat to yell at the big kids in the back who were being loud, and happened to walk by at the moment Landon was grabbing that kid's shoulder, and she slapped him. The following day, I called the principal and said, have you heard anything, you know, what's going on? And he said, well, the bus service pulled the videotape and they watched it, and they said it was just a motherly tap, that it's nothing to worry about. She didn't hit him hard, it was just a tap to get his attention. So I said, okay. I'm like, well, that's good, but I'd like to see the video myself. And he said, okay, that he would get the video and then I could come in and watch it. So another couple days went by, and I contacted him again, and no answer. There was a lot of phone tag in the middle of all this, and then he finally called me back and said that he saw the video and that it was not a motherly tap, that she slapped him. So at that point I said that I really wanted to see the video, and he said, well, what do you want to come out of this? We want to know what you want to come out of this. And I said, well, I want her fired, and I want to see the video. So he said, okay, that he would get me the video, that it was at the district at this point is what he said, and that he would get it to me. Well, he never did. And then from that point on, it was the runaround, and we never got the video.
The main problem is they all try to cover it up and politic it, you know, and so these are our people that are supposed to take our child in consideration over a bus driver or a teacher or a principal. If any of those guys did that, oh man, it'd be way worse than a bus driver at first student. You know, that's what's really the issue.
She was not disciplined at all. She was on the bus. Then there was no school the following day after this happened, but the next day she was still driving the same bus.